Hey guys, this is sort of my rant to non-Funko collectors who judge people who collect sort of Funko Pops. Uh, I've been collecting Funko Pops for nearly 2 years. Started off as just maybe one or two, gradually went up to maybe about 6 or 7, which has now turned into about 120 altogether, which spans across that. It's not just mine, it's mine and my sister's, but a lot of people, including my mum and my stepdad, they don't. Well, it's not that they don't like us collecting them; is that they don't see the point in collecting them. They find it a waste of money, a waste of time, very irritating, and just don't see the point in it. But they are very negative towards it. One thing I find very, very frustrating that I keep trying to remind them is it's a hobby. We enjoy spending our money on them. They make us feel good about buying them. We get excited about it, excited about exclusives and new ones coming out, just like they would get excited about, say, a new movie coming out or things that they are interested in. What we justify is we maybe spend, I don't know, £100 maybe a month on them between us. Depends on what ones are out. Sometimes we might only spend, say, £20-30, but they would spend that easily on alcohol. I know our stepdad spends way more than that on cigarettes alone, and he calls this a waste of money. So what I get really frustrated at and annoyed at is that they're saying, why do you need so many? It's not that I need so many. I like having them. If I only wanted one or two, I would only have one or two. But there's so many of them that are very appealing to me, that are relevant to my interests, to the characters I like, the series that I like, that I want to have more of them. I want to have all the characters I grew up with, I loved, all the characters that I'm identify with, to the TV programs, to the films, to the characters I enjoy, things like that. If they were my age, and they had Funko Pops then, they would most likely have collected them as well, because they are pop culture characters. That's the point of pop vinyls for pop culture. They would probably collect them if pop vinyls were available in the time of the people that are arguing against Funko Pop collectors. They would have probably at least had one to a character they liked. Especially my mum, she gets sick and tired of me talking about them because I love them. I absolutely adore Funko Pops. I love talking about them. I love collecting them. I get really excited when new ones get announced or new ones are being released. But because she doesn't like them, she doesn't like listening about them and gets really frustrated. If I mention the word Funko or pop vinyl, she starts huffing and puffing, which starts to make me feel really bad, that thinking that maybe I've talked about them way too much. Maybe I'm just starting to really, really irritate her. Yet when I talk to to Hijinks about them, she's completely fine. She likes listening about it. My stepdad, he's okay. He tries. He sort of sits there and looks like a brick wall sometimes. But he tries. But to anyone who knows somebody who collects Funko Pops or really isn't a fan of Funko Pops or any sort of collection, not just Funko Pop vinyls themselves, to any collection that somebody really likes, just don't be a dick about it. If they talk about it all the time, there's a reason. They're passionate about it. It's a passion of theirs that they enjoy collecting what it is, be it Funko Pops, be it comic books, lighters, stamps, coins, whatever it is that they collect. And if they talk about it a lot, if that's what they like to go on about, there's a reason that they talk about it. It's because they have a passion for whatever it is that's in their collection. And the least you can do is have the respect to listen to them. You may not have any interest whatsoever in it, but the basic respect of that person to at least listen to them and let them express how much they love it. That's it. It could bore you to death. The most you can do is listen and respect them for talking about it, because that's their collection, their obsession, what they really enjoy. It's a passion of theirs. That's what Funko Pops are for me. Is a passion. Maybe in a year's time I might not be collecting them still, but for now, this is my passion. I love collecting them. I love spending time collecting them, looking up good condition boxes, new ones coming out, any news on them, rarities, price, things like that. I spend a lot of time doing it, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy finding especially bargains for them. Some people who collect Funko Pops maybe only get one every 6 months. They might not get that many. Some get 20 a month. But anyone who goes on that, anyone who has a collection who has a waste of money, it's the wrong attitude, because to them, yes, it could be a waste of money, but to the person who is collecting whatever it is they're collecting, to them it is not a waste of money. If it was a waste of money, they would not be collecting what they are collecting. It's a reason why they are collecting it, because they like it and are willing to spend the money on them. It's only a waste of money to those who are saying it, because they don't understand or not interested in that type of collectible. That's sort of my biggest issue with people who put down those who collect, especially for me. My big example is Funko Pops. People who keep going on and on and on that Funko Pops are a waste of money, or they're too expensive for a collection, or I've spent so much money on them, they're such a waste. But really, I don't think they are that big of a waste of money. Yes, they're expensive, but for me, my example is, look at people who have gone out and can spend £200-300 a time buying brand new clothes and maybe only wear 2 bits of it. The rest of it sits in the wardrobe. That's a waste of money. People who go out and buy £400-500 worth of food in a month and then throw half of it out, that's a waste of money. These, I'm actually collecting them. I love them to pieces. I look at them all the time. I hold them all the time. I take them out of the boxes and look over them. I take photos of them. I film them all the time. For me, that's not a waste of money. And to a lot of other people online and in their own collections, is not a waste of money. As long as the person who has that collection is enjoying that collection in their own way, be it displaying them out, reading, whatever if it's books, comics, whatever it is, as long as they are enjoying their collection, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's seen as a waste of money, as long as they can afford to buy and keep up their collections to what they're happy with and not running themselves into debt over it, then there should not be any issues. And that's what I get annoyed at, is that people always seem to go on that I'm running out of money, or I'm spending all of my money on these Funko Pops, when I'm not. If I was spending all my money on them, then I would not be able to go to work to get money to buy Funko Pops. I do spend a lot of money on them, I know that, but I am comfortable with sometimes I spend more money than I intended to, but the only time I usually spend more money than I intended to is when I not accidentally, of course I mean to buy it, but I find one that I either really wanted for a long time and been struggling to find for a while, or a brand new release, like the Civil War 5-pack of Funko Pops. Just went and bought that. That costs £50, which is a lot of money for Funko Pops, but when you break it down, that's £10 a Funko Pop, which is what you spend on one of these. But my mum would not see it that way. She would see it as £50 on one, which I would never spend on that. The most I've ever spent on any Funko Pops is £32, which was on a 3-pack, so only just over a standard Funko Pop price. That's my rage smack on the wall. Yeah, as you can tell, I've got frustrated at it because people always seem to judge me for buying Funko Pops. Some people say that I'm a big kid for collecting toys. Some people say that it's just weird, that they are just silly, or they're not that cute. I love them. I absolutely adore them. I didn't know about them until a couple of years ago. I saw a lot of people putting them up online, especially the supernatural ones, and I think they're absolutely adorable. I'm so happy that I got into them. But yeah, I'm going to keep. I don't care what people say. I'm going to keep buying them. I will downsize my collection at some point to exactly what I want. But until then, I'm going to keep collecting what I want to collect. and nobody should judge anyone for what they collect. It's their own personality, their own choices, their own money to spend, and they shouldn't be judged for it. They shouldn't be picked on for it. They shouldn't feel that they can't talk to those they care about their collection, so that they're excited about with it. Because I know I sometimes feel that I can't speak to my mum or my stepdad about them, because I know that they don't enjoy hearing about it, but I can only talk to hijinks about it. But if any of yous are frustrated that yous can't speak to somebody about your Funko Pop collections, then I will happily talk to yous about them. I love discussing them, discussing new ones coming out, old ones, paint, anything. I love talking about them all the time. So if yous are nobody to speak to about them, damn well my comments are down there. I can happily speak to yous all day long about them. I could probably make 100 million videos on talking about just about Funko Pops themselves, not specific ones, just in general. But I'll leave you here before I ramble any longer about my annoyance Funko Pops while I let the little Deadpool wave at you, and see you next time.